And
Okay, that's
method,
cool. Is anyone else here biohackers, or are they just here to learn as well?
uh,
Oh, I'm here to learn.
uh, diet is a part of biohacking, so you're kind of a biohacker.
Yeah, but the doctor told me what I had to do. They put me on a low sugar, low salt diet about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I got an air fryer, which allows me to cook a lot of things with no salt.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
miss.
so
I
is
miss.
this so is this like a
What's that?
healthy is this healthy living? Because when I think about biohacking, I think about uh you know people going in, like actual science, like I said, like the CRISPR machine, like DNA alteration, putting things into the DNA, taking things out of the DNA, activating things that weren't activated. So that's activating things
Yeah,
within the DNA that weren't activated. So that's what I think of when I think of biohacking. But I could be like completely wrong. Is it like a
no,
dietary thing or?
that's all biohacking. Everything that enhances your body is biohacking. It's a wild field.
Except get bitten by a radioactive spider. That doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Hello.
Oh no, the stuff I'm talking about is literally it's backed by science, but they
Yep.
they don't
Uh,
seem to be having any, real. I mean, they have had breakthroughs. They have came up with genetic treatments for people who
mhm.
have, genetic disorders. Um, but other than that, I don't. I was just wondering if anyone here has any new information about it. I
Mm.
mean, I do my own, studies and
Yeah,
research just because it's just something I'm interested in.
A Chinese doctor cloned a baby. No, he didn't clone it. He enhanced a baby with CRISPR. He, he was taking some illnesses out. He found a desperate couple, and they allowed him to do that. It wasn't backed
Dude,
by by anyone else, and yeah, not even the government was knowing about it. The Chinese government, but he did it anyway, and it was successful.
I also heard that they were talking about putting regulations on biohacking, or that there should be regulations put on biohacking, because if anyone did decide that they wanted to make because at this point you can literally buy off of the internet. Why am I saying these things? I mean it's true though. You could literally buy off of the internet if you wanted to things to make bioweapons if you have the knowledge to do so. And so they
That,
were talking about how the
true.
government should be regulating these things because you can literally just you can buy it off the internet, So there's that. Why am I saying this?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I was looking forward to more.
with CRISPR you could create mosquitoes that wipe out different a specific kind of people.
Yeah. So yeah. There's that. There's a bunch of reasons why people are saying it should be regulated, but because it's not such a wide known thing, and most common people, aren't really interested in biohacking and
Yeah.
things like that. But I was just wondering how far it's come along because, like you said, you could literally, if you wanted to, you could figure out a way to just wipe out one group of people, and
Yeah.
it would be something else. Um, but
Yeah,
that's
but there is no way to stop that. The information is already out, and we are getting better and better with we are making more and more progress, and like AI. Uh, it was something in laboratories, but now you can do it at home, and it will be the same with CRISPR.
and most people aren't don't seem to take that danger as a real danger, which I think is amazing that no one seems to see that as a danger that someone in their basement could create a bioweapon to like kill off half of the planet if they wanted to. Um,
Yes, you can do
There's been
everything.
a lot of conspiracy theories around, food, why the food doesn't have
How do you
seeds and all
selectively
that
pick
stuff.
who you're going to, how do you selectively pick who you're going to exterminate? Blood type?
You, you can do no DNA. So okay, so everyone originates in Africa, right? And everyone has
Yeah.
one maternal. Literally, everyone on the planet, doesn't matter what race you are, but everyone has one maternal, one grandmother. And she carries basically
Yes.
Okay.
what is considered the Eve gene. Every human being on the planet is basically passing down her genes amongst all the races, but the the genes mutate over generations, right? So if you
Right.
wanted to, you could take a specific genetic code from a specific race of people and you could alter that and create a bioweapon to exterminate them and only them, pretty
Yes.
much,
Well,
if you wanted
some of
to.
them, not all of them, because within each generic division, there's mutations.
Exactly. But it will wipe away enough people for it to be catastrophic. Um
It could, yeah.
so
And it
yeah.
would probably mutate and wipe out even more.
Exactly. And then you have to think about exactly what he just said. If you did do something like that, you're now playing amongst the DNA of the entire human race. You have created something that was made to wipe out one people, but it might mutate, then just literally kill the entire human race. So the fact that that's kind of not regulated worldwide baffles me. Um, yeah.
The penguins will take over.
Yeah.
All the people will be gone. The penguins will be left.
Honestly, they kind of deserve this place. We're kind of shitty creatures if we're absolutely honest.
Yes. We are
Self-serving
stealing all their
assholes.
fishy.
The penguins kind of deserve it. They kind of deserve it.
Yes. Name is Bamba, and that is Beaky.
Hey guys.
Am
Yeah.
I the
You're
only
welcome.
email in here? No. I guess
Oh,
not.
Courtney's
Oh.
here.
Hello.
Say
Are you a
okay, Ken.
biohacker? Oh, he's in the menu, I think.
So now that you guys have freaked out all the customers, such as myself, about annihilating certain people, how do we get a drink in this virtual world?
There you go.
You had too much.
Go.
Here, have some water.
Yeah,
It's on the
very
house
new
too.
at this stuff.
Well, now it's on the floor.
Oh, thanks.
Oh well.
Good
I
try.
mean, like I said, it wouldn't be certain people because, like he said, it could mutate and just kill everybody. So it's it's it only takes one crazy person, literally one crazy person, to decide I want to dedicate my life to just killing everybody. And they could easily
Yes.
just get all the stuff off of the internet and kill every human being on the planet. And I just feel like, why is no one doing anything about that? Like, couldn't someone do something? You know?
Elon Musk is doing something. He tries to get a backup of humanity on Mars.
Yeah, yeah. There are those
I
people.
mean, there's those people.
Well, part of the problem is, of course, with the education as it is spread so widely, how would you stop it or even regulate it?
Oh,
A high school
well,
kid
who's
can
to
go get a
say
science
that it
book.
hasn't already been done though? Like, there's like no proof
You mean
that
COVID?
humans have been around before and have been annihilated by ourselves. I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Am I the
No?
only one who feels like
Ah, I know what you're talking about. So there's
I
a
can't
theory
move?
called the Great Reset.
Yep.
And the
I'm
Great
in the
Reset
bathroom.
theory is that we just reach a
Shit.
certain point in civilization,
Gotta come in
then
here
we
for?
destroy ourselves, and then we have to start all over again. And that's where all this
I
secret knowledge
remember.
comes from of, the fact that we've done this all before. And we just keep doing it over again because, like I said, we're not the best of creatures. honestly.
Yeah, but the problem is high school students and their little
Damn.
labs in 12th grade can get all the stuff they need to do what you're talking about. So
Yes.
how do
Yep.
you stop something like that? You can't
Well,
regulate it. You can't stop it.
Damn it. What the fuck? How
You
come
have
you
to
know?
I
hope they have
mean,
common sense.
Damn.
I mean, they
you
make
would
meth
think
labs in
that
school.
you would. You would think that you would
Oh, I
think that
remember why I came in here.
self-preservation would be the thing that would keep people from doing these things, but there are so many self-destructive human beings that eh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a good picture.
All right, you guys want to know when the real end will be? The real end
Let me come close.
will be when people can download their what they think is them, their personality, pretty much all their data into a chip, and then they'll tell the world
Oh, yeah.
that by you taking this chip and putting it into another body, you can have you can be bigger, stronger, different colored. You can be a different ethnicity, a different race, different gender, and people
Are
will
you
love
saying
it.
an Android type or are you talking bio functions?
I was
Sorry,
just
I
finna
don't know
say
why
that.
I'm glitching. I'm glitching.
Oh, well.
You
See that?
could do that with Neuralink.
Sure.
Yeah, I was just finna
Pretty
say that. You
much.
took it right. You took the
Right.
words right out of my mouth.
Pretty much.
So
So
Elon
pretty
Musk's
much what.
Neuralink is
Oh, you
basically
already know about that.
something that they're.
Oh,
Yeah,
but what I'm talking.
you guys
What
already
the
know
thing?
about Neural. I mean, who doesn't know about Neuralink at this point,
Right.
right?
But the thing I'm talking about is what it's gonna be. I'm talking
Yeah.
about like right now, this Neuralink. Yeah, we all know what it is. Like this is just beta. This is just beta.
It, it could be
When
our
it's
gateway
really gonna
to infinite life.
huh?
There's a lot of kinks to work out, and one of them
Yeah.
is memory.
Dude, I'm
Hard
telling you.
drives, SSD drives, they are not
So
even
that's what I'm
close to there
saying.
yet.
When they get to the point to where
I mean, they're growing exponentially though.
Not anywhere near where the human mind and memory is at. Not even close. Not
That's
even in the
true.
realm of closeness in reality. So, especially, I mean, you're looking at how many teraflops do they say the human brain works at? It's something ridiculous, and we're not even close
Yeah,
to
it's
that yet.
yeah.
And I don't care if
something.
you want a twofold every 2 years, make that law where every 2 years it doesn't matter. We're still so far away. There's so many unsolved things where there's beautiful minds at work that are still trying to discover things.
so
But,
that's what I'm
but
saying.
it's
So here with with the Neuralink, when this shit comes popping, it's gonna be cool. Like you gonna be able to use it in VR. You won't have to wear haptic suits no more. You can just see yourself
yeah.
in VR. You're gonna be able to. God, this thing is gonna be
Even
crazy, crazy. You can be able to
even after
download
your
information.
death.
It's gonna be like Siri in your head. Instead of saying, "Hey Siri," it's gonna be in your
Yeah.
head. You're gonna know everything all the time.
Well,
You can
I
always
prefer
call
Google,
her,
but yeah,
answer.
sure, I get you.
Well,
I
We
mean,
need
but at least
we
that's
need to
elective, right? That's not something that they're gonna force
right.
on people. No one's gonna force you to get a chip in your brain. I
Correct.
mean, if it came to
Correct.
that, then we're in biblical error type stuff, and there's a lot
So
of people that will basically die
you
before
say
now check
before it
this.
goes that
Now
far.
go no
you
no
you you
no.
say
What she
now no
just
one
said,
forces you,
what she
but
just said is
think
correct.
about in the future
I
when some
gotta get
children
this
have it
last
in
piece
the
off.
brain and
I gotta
some
get this
not,
last
and
piece off
they
to
go
you.
to school together. And your child is
I
always
mean,
Hey,
always
I
the
you
lowest
right.
in the class.
Listen, you
I
right. They're not gonna force
You are
anybody to get it. But the thing is, they won't have to force anyone to get it when it's just fucking cool to have.
that's not necessarily true.
Okay, okay,
that's
Yeah.
okay.
that's not necessarily
Yeah.
true.
I want you to throw
There's a
your
lot
cell
of
phone in the
cool
garbage
things to
can. I want you to
have.
throw your cell phone in the garbage can and live without it. Go ahead, try it.
I've done that before. I haven't tried it. I've literally done that before. I literally
Well,
tossed
keep
my
doing it.
phone for
Keep
like
doing
6
it. Don't
months
stop.
because I didn't want to be bothered with anybody.
No, 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 don't stop
Um,
at 6 months. You going for the rest of your life. Throw that phone
See,
away and
but
I
never
mean
look
here's
at
the
it
that's
again.
problem.
that's
The
possible.
problem is your
I grew
theory,
in a world.
your idea doesn't scare me. It's the aftermath of
It's
what you're
not
not saying
supposed
that
to be
scares me.
scaring. It
It's
is
what,
what it
well,
is.
hang
Exactly.
on, let me finish.
Exactly.
The problem is
It's
what
not.
you're not saying is she's correct. There's going to be
I
religious
said she was
fanatics out
correct.
there
I
that
did.
will not use.
I
Yeah, you
did
did.
say she
Sorry.
was
Yeah, you
correct.
did. is the
I said
people that
they're not going to
the only
force
people
people
that are
to
going to be
do it.
left are the
People
that
are
don't
just
use
going
the
to
cell
do it
phones,
because it's going to be
and those are the
cool.
people I don't trust right now.
You see what I'm
Wait,
saying?
what?
Megans out there. It's going to be some
Oh, listen.
crazies out there.
No,
Listen,
because
I
sometimes
had
you
that
have
same
to
thought.
unplug, right? Like, have you ever
Right.
just had? I don't know if maybe it's just me, but it's just
You
like
really think they're
too
going to force
much.
everybody to do something? Everybody's just
You
going to be
can't.
doing
It's
it.
not about if you're going to. It's the You can't force billions of people to do anything. A lot of people will fight back.
You know,
You can't
listen.
force everyone to do that.
Okay, so do billions of people have cell phones these days?
Yes, of their own choosing,
Tractor
and
chips
that
on
took
them. They got
decades.
GPS
That
location. They know where you at.
yes, that's true, but
And
that
we
took
all carry
decades.
them. Y'all carry them.
Decades before they convinced billions of people to do that. So is it a long? You're saying there's a long con where in the end everyone's gonna have chips in their brain, maybe, but they're
Oh
not
no,
gonna
yeah,
force it. It'll
that
be a choice.
right. But it's gonna be an illusion of choice. That's what I'm trying to say. Because
I
Yeah.
understand
What
what
do
you're
you?
saying.
yeah,
What do
they're
you?
not gonna tell anybody you have to have
Yeah, yeah,
it. But
yeah.
if
They
everybody
just
has
make
it
it
and
so
everybody's
good.
using it,
His
if
point, his
if
point
everybody is
being
using Bitcoin, if everybody's using Bitcoin, I don't care about your trash money.
his point being is that they're going to make it
Ah,
so good and so
See what I'm
cool
saying?
that just like they did with the cell phone, that you just have it. You just whether you use it or not,
You
you
don't
still
even
have
realize
one.
it. You just
Yeah,
have it. You use it
and you're
every
just
day.
plugged
You,
in anyhow. You know,
even now,
so
look at
Yeah.
us now.
right.
I mean,
I
but
see
once
what
again,
you're saying.
these headsets are a choice. I could take this off of my head and toss this bitch across the room and never see it or use
But
it
will
again.
you?
You
But
don't.
will you?
But his
But
I
will
point
mean,
you?
is
no,
you
because
don't.
I like my
Exactly
headset.
my point.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. You see what I'm
I
trying
won't
to
be doing
say?
that because I
You
like my
see what I'm
headset.
trying to say? Delete your Instagram, delete your Facebook, throw your phone in the garbage can. You can't because the world run off of you got your credit cards on there. You got everything on there. Your finances.
It's just more convenient. But what? But are you telling me?
My
Am I willing
point.
to give up
That's my
convenience,
point.
right, for freedom, mental freedom? There's a
Yes.
difference in a cell phone in my
Oh,
pocket and a cell phone in my brain.
They both
but
can listen to
psychologically,
you. This cell phone in your
think
pocket can listen to everything you're saying. This microphone in this headset can hear everything you're saying. Everything is always. What are you talking about?
It's always recorded.
and
I
think
yeah,
understand that, but at any point in
What do you
time, right?
mean? We're
I
all
can toss
stuck.
all of this shit in the garbage. I can't take a
But
thing out of my
my
head
point
anytime I feel
is
yes,
like it.
but my point is,
psychologically,
will you do that?
psychologically you can, but a lot of people can't because I worked for 20 years in places we could not bring cell phones or anything that had wireless connections into. We're not allowed to.
Imagine game so high tech.
People
You just got
freaked
it.
out.
You just
Some
you can
people
feel
could
it in
work
your
in that
skin.
environment. Some people cannot work in that environment. I didn't
So
care.
you
I'm old
telling me
enough.
that people have technology addictions? Are you telling me that? Hold on. Okay. So what I'm getting from what you're saying is that people are literally addicted to tech.
Yes.
No, okay,
They're a
look.
technology.
Hey,
Wow.
Some people will
okay,
run out
listen.
every hour to go outside the building where I used to work to check their cell phone. It's just neurosis they had.
People are,
I
yeah,
don't know
people
why.
are addicted to their technology. Look how they
I grew
fashion
up
the
before
world.
cell phones,
Uh,
so I didn't
The
care. I mean,
celebrities, the people you idolize, the people you even look up to.
I don't look up
They
to nobody.
fashion
I
the.
don't generally like human beings if I'm absolutely honest. But I get what you're
Oh,
saying.
I mean, you see,
get a thing with.
how they try.
They're
All
friends.
right, so pretty much, all right, the best way I can explain this, all right, I want you to peer me on a spiritual level. Read this. Read what I'm about to say. Is that if they can control us through money, race, religion, and politics, and make everybody turn on themselves, have people fighting and people hating each other. At the end of the day, they're winning because united we stand, divided we fall. So you can look at the way that they try to separate the world, and you can just see how their agenda plays off with that.
I mean, I get all that, but at the end of the day, we all have free will. We all have freedom of choice. We can all,
It's
figure
gonna
some
be
stuff
illusion.
out.
It's kind of like saying, how do you really know your vote really went to the person you voted for? I don't know. I get switched up somewhere. Just
I mean,
you
but
would
in
then
the
that's when we
know.
future,
get into that's when we get into conspiracy theories versus,
Well, but
facts. There's conspiracy theories and there's facts,
no, 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 no,
and
no.
I
But
try not to mix the two.
And no, I know. And this is the facts that I'm trying to say. This is not conspiracy. This is facts. Is that what do you know about that process? What happened? Like, how do you actually know your vote went to the one you voted for? You just trust somebody to do
Exactly.
what?
So you're saying that our systems that are built on trust are
We rely on
how,
them. They rely on us
which
because
I
they take our
agree.
money. We work for them, but yet we're working for ourselves to pay off our own debts. Slavery never ended. They
I
just thought of a smarter way to do it.
I
Now the whole
understand that.
world's now the whole world's a
And in the
corporation.
future you will not be able to say I just don't use it. You will not even be able to open your door without connecting
Yeah,
your brain to it.
it'll be like
Oof.
picking up an 80s cell phone. Somebody with an 80s cell phone. Like nowadays, that's what it'd be compared to. Like people are just going to be doing it. So that's why I'm saying time is just gonna it's just gonna
I mean,
happen.
but then you'll get small,
No one's
okay?
gonna
And then
force anybody to do it.
okay.
It's just
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but then, right, there will
Mhm,
always be the rebels. There will always be those that small group of people, even if it ends
mhm,
up being millions of people, who are going to basically choose to live in small parts of the world and have
mhm,
Yeah,
communities
like
that
the
are not a
Amish.
mhm.
part of the grand scheme and grand community. And then you'll
And guess
still have
what?
that choice, even if it's an illusion of choice. You'll still have that choice to live in these small sects that still do farming and independent all unto themselves. So even then, as long as there is a choice, right? Even if it's an illusion of choice, as long as there's that
Bro,
Yes.
illusion of choice, human beings
you
will
tell me I
always
have to
be.
go out to the farm, kill a cow,
Yeah.
scrape his hide, grind him up into beef, and make a burger,
Yep.
or I can just fucking just do a
No,
supersonic zoom in the
And
year
there will be
I,
people
3000,
who chooses the
and it
rough
just
life, and there will be
I think
people
there
who
will be
chooses the rough life.
and
I
There will
think
be
there will
the,
be
those who
they're
choose
gonna be
community.
that.
called crazy and
I think
conspiracy
there will be
theorists.
They
communities
are.
who
They
live
are.
like we live now. I think there will be communities who live how we live now, like the Amish
Like Amish,
live
Amish,
Like the
like an
Amish,
Amish.
exactly.
Amish.
The Amish
Yeah,
are gone. The Amish are still
yeah.
here in their horses and
Come
buggies.
on, hey, no,
Rusty,
I,
you know.
I seen some goddamn, I seen some, what's they called? I seen some Amish. These boys was rolling. They had speakers in the car and everything. I was
Okay,
like,
but
dang,
you
y'all looking
understand
real
that they
out.
go through this.
Y'all,
Yep, the
they was looking
Amish go
real
through a product.
2000.
Not
I don't
Ramadan, not
know.
Ramadan. That's
When I
someone else.
see Amish,
Rams. What the fuck? Ramsnigger, something like that. And they get to go out and they get to party and they get to live like normal people and they get to choose if they want to stay amongst their community or if they want to leave. And the Amish have been doing this since forever.
yeah, but pretty much it's just gonna be like the young kids gonna be like, fuck you, old people, we run shit. You're gonna
Not
die.
all of them. Not all of them. You'd be
I
surprised.
mean,
I
come
watch a bunch of
on.
documentaries.
Uh,
A lot
All
of
right.
them choose to come
Every,
back to their community.
All
yeah,
right.
everyone
And
has to
if you don't
choose.
mind me asking, how old are you?
The
If you
choice.
don't mind me
I
asking.
am 32 years old.
32. Okay.
32.
So from since you were a child,
I've known the world without technology.
wait.
I've known the world
I
before
know.
people even had personal
Listen. Let me
computers
ask
in
you.
their house.
No, I know,
So
but
I
listen.
don't really
Do you
care about
remember
none of
your
this
first?
for real.
I know, but listen. Do you remember your first computer?
Yes.
Your
Yes, I
first
do.
that you were ever on?
Yes.
Look how far it has become so fast
Yeah, and it's growing
in that
exponential.
little
It
amount
will
of
be
time.
even
We done
Yeah.
had
faster.
5 fucking PlayStations. I'm still alive. Shit, I'm still in my 20s. I done seen 5 fucking PlayStations.
Yeah, but see, do you remember the Atari? Is the question. You're talking about PlayStations, but it all started with the
No,
Atari, I think.
no,
That's the
that is
first one I
not
can
what I'm
remember is
saying
the
at all.
Atari. So
Uh, it,
That's not
I
what
it
I'm
understand what you're
started on
saying.
a
saying.
medical device.
These kids is gonna be like,
Ah, he's
look,
in computer. I mean, that's true. I mean, I don't
the
know.
kids gonna be
I don't
like,
know.
look,
It
we
was
outgrown
tennis
y'all doing other shit.
on a
Let's
medical
be honest.
device.
Time, technology
But what
has
we were talking
advanced.
about, we weren't talking about computers. We were talking about
Yeah, we were.
biohacking, which is where you take biology and mix it
We
with,
didn't say nothing. We
computers
didn't
and
say
all that
nothing. You
stuff.
didn't mixed up too much of your liquors because we didn't say nothing about that.
No, this whole
You, you,
entire room is about that.
you said
That's the name
you
of the
said
room. It's biohacking.
microbiology. Is it really? Oh my
Yes,
God. I didn't.
you're
That's
in the
why
Yeah,
I've
wrong
been
it's written
getting.
room.
over. It's
That's why
written
I've been
up
getting
there.
hacked like this. All right. So look, anyways, back to the topic, right? Life is just a biohack. You can hack it or let it hack you.
Uh, okay. Okay.
Hey, I tried to finish off strong. I was just gonna float off into the distance.
Okay. So,
Sure, I was just like, but that ass though, but
but
that ass.
what were so
So what I'm
under
saying is
biohacking, right? Uh,
technology is moving fast in a very short amount of time. It's gonna keep
yeah,
going
but
faster and faster and
we're
faster and
Yeah,
not
faster and faster.
okay. We're not talking about technology though. We're talking about biohacking, which
Up.
has some
but
technology properties, but we're talking
It
about
does.
the
Like the
organic
RFID
body.
chips. Like the RFID
but
chips?
No, I mean,
you cannot separate these things.
Because
AI
that's already a
is
thing.
growing very fast,
You feel me?
and it will be totally out of our understanding what AI is doing. We need Neuralink to understand them. We have to enhance our brains, maybe even meld
And
together.
there's a
that's what I
company,
wanted to talk to you about, right?
there's a
How do you
company out in
feel about
Sweden.
enhancements when it comes to the physical body versus, the genetic components of
It's the same
biohacking?
thing.
It's
I'm,
not
I'm
though.
looking
It's
No,
I'm
oh
looking
not
sorry,
forward
no,
though.
no,
to it.
not the
Because
same
one is
thing. No.
DNA,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the other one is
splicing and
technology and DNA.
alteration, and the other one is, yeah, it's
Right.
basically additions. So there's
And
manipulation of the DNA, and then there's adding
adding
things
on
to
to
your
as like
actual
a
body.
robot or an
Yeah.
android.
In the future, you will not need a chip or something in your brain. It will just work like Wi-Fi.
I mean, do you think that they could create something like that using I don't think that's possible. And if it
I
is
feel like the
possible, the
best
future's scary and
example
I'm glad I'll
is
be dead.
the
Um,
best example is you ever seen that thing they did for
no
Netflix, but
fucking way.
it was when they were talking about having immortality and they would take the chips out of their back of their old selves and put it into the new selves. So if you were
I
crippled, you could
heard
walk
I heard
again.
that, but like that guy said, we don't have the computing power to take what is essentially the human consciousness and put it onto a chip to be transferred to. And another thing is, we don't have the technology to put human consciousness into another complete and totally organic body that someone isn't,
The
Yeah,
technology that you
habitating
know
our
of.
rep.
Wait. The technology that
the
you
the
know of.
brain is
Once again, that's
the
when
brain
we
is a
go into
physical
conspiracy
Yeah,
theory.
that's
I'm talking
true.
about fact, not
the
No,
conspiracy theories.
these
the
are
brain is a
facts. I'm
physical
talking
object.
facts.
You
Have you heard
cannot
of a
download
soup?
it and put it
No,
on another brain. Another
listen.
brain is another physical object. That doesn't work. The-
Yeah, look, I'll
So
just
you
tell you.
say you believe what this guy is saying, that
No,
okay, that they have
What?
organic bodies already, complete organic bodies with no consciousness, that they haven't just, okay,
Been perfecting it for
is a
years.
lot.
yeah, a clone of
Perfecting it
you,
for years. This ain't their first time.
a, a clone of
Once
you, a
again, I'm
hands
talking about
clone.
what we can prove, not
So
conspiracy
back to
theories.
what I was
If
trying to
that
say, what I
does
was gonna be
exist,
good
right?
truth is the.
If that
Have you
does
heard of a
exist,
quantum
they would
computer?
never tell us about it.
All right,
They would never
you
confirm that
you just
these
asked me
things
for facts. I'm
exist.
trying to give them to you.
They're not facts. They're not. They're
You didn't
theories.
hear
A
me.
fact can
No,
be
I'm talking about.
proven.
Listen, I'm talking about. Have you heard of a quantum computer? You said they don't have that kind of computing power.
Yes,
They
they have
do.
quantum computing, right? But a
They
quantum computer,
do.
like the guy said that left, does not have the ability to capture all of human consciousness, right? And then download it. That's like downloading someone's soul, essentially. Which I understand
And
we are nothing more than energy, but I don't think that we have that. And if we do, the government would never
listen,
tell us about it.
I
Ever.
completely agree with you. Unfortunately, the world is saying you saying that's never gonna happen, but give it enough time.
Yeah, it's only a matter of
Well,
It
by
time.
will.
the time that happens, I'll
It
be
will.
dead. That's someone
Hopefully.
else's problem.
May,
So, and that leads
may,
us back to our point is that hopefully you may
I'll
not
be
because look
super
how fast
dead.
technology is
maybe
moving.
you become
Look how
immortal
fast
before.
technology is moving.
I'm
You
I
feel me?
would want to be
So you might
immortal.
not be
Human
dead.
beings suck. No offense, but I want to see what's after this. I'm looking forward. Not saying looking forward to death,
Uh,
but I want to see what's
Maybe
after this. Even if
maybe
it's
they don't
fire and
let you choose.
brimstone.
Bro, we in here just
Maybe
talking
the
about some
future
wild
sees it
shit.
as unethical to let you die.
It's a funny ass combo.
What?
All right.
For one,
Yeah,
population, right? Let's go. Let's go with what you guys are saying. Okay, so we're all immortal. The problem with immortality is children. Just because we
What the
become
fuck?
immortal does not mean that people are gonna stop having children. Then there becomes a population problem. Then we'd have to seed other planets.
y-
And like I said, by the time we
yeah.
get that far off in the future, I will be dead. That is someone else's problem.
Bro, not at
That is,
all.
that is
May-
someone else's thing altogether. That has nothing to do with
Hey,
me.
look,
may-
I'm gonna you
Maybe
technology
maybe
so
your
fast, bro.
children make a copy
Listen,
of you and
If
recreate
my
you.
children made a copy of me, I'd be pissed off.
listen.
I would literally tell my daughter when I
Oh,
got to a certain age, don't copy me. Let me die. Don't
hey, bro,
remember me in your mind.
bro.
Leave me alone.
You can buy a girlfriend right now for $3,000. Artificial intelligence. She talk to you. Everything. You can turn her off. Everything. Look,
I
that's how
have
they
a
gonna
girlfriend
separate the
What?
world.
already.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine how much that's gonna separate the world. As much as this is separating us now. Look, my roommates out there fucking rolling. I know they can hear me out there talk about this shit. They have no idea what's going on. You just hear the background. But
Are you moving like that
I
much
don't
in
think
real life?
so. No.
Cause you're
Shit.
moving a lot.
I
It's
got
it's
drift. My controls got this damn drift.
oh, cause I'm like, why does he keep moving like that? That's a lot of
And plus the
movement.
world keep fucking me up. Like, look, I'm trying to go straight and that shit won't let me go straight.
Oh, it could be
Look,
your joysticks. Yeah, it could be your joysticks. Oh, your stuff's malfunctioning. Okay.
maybe.
So from what you've researched so far about biohacking, what exactly are you specifically
I'm
studying?
studying informatics, computer science.
Hold on, I hear you. Okay, could you explain could you explain that a bit?
Uh, uh, it's about system security.
Shut them off.
Doesn't have as much to do with
Sim.
biohacking. I'm studying that on my own.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're studying. So I am confused.
I'm
Are
I'm
are you
studying
at
I'm studying
university?
yes. I'm 32 like you.
Oh, hold on. 1 second. Okay. So you said you're at university. So biohacking is something that you do as a hobby, but it's not something that you're like you're
I'm reading a lot of books.
but you aren't like actively doing anything? You're not like
Uh,
actively doing like any experimentation or
yeah, it was with nootropics and with fasting
oh, so you're oh, okay.
and
Interesting.
light therapy. Also therapy.
Have you had any effects with any of these things or have you noticed any changes or
Yes, I get much more things. I get much more done since I use nootropics and I'm clearer in the brain. Also through fasting. I'm now fasting for multiple days every week, and I'm super clear and I have a super sharp mind when I do that, especially when I combine that with nootropics.
everyone talks about fasting. I hear good things about fasting, but I like food. I would want to fast, but I would think that what doesn't fasting hurt like the first few days? Like don't you get headaches and like almost withdrawal
Mm,
symptoms from
you can very easily get into it when But before I start a fast, I'm always eating a ketogenic diet so that my body is already out of glucose when I'm starting fasting. So it's not that hard for my body. And
Have you gained or lost any weight? Have you seen any? Because I know most people do keto for weight loss. Have you seen any drastic weight changes or weight fluctuations?
yes, I lost a lot of weight through it. I'm at my about the weight that I want to have now, and now it stopped on its own.
How do you get your body into ketosis? That's what I've been trying to figure out a while now.
Uh, you just eat no carbs and not too much proteins. Always, your main energy source should be fat and a little bit protein.
Fat. I thought that
Yes,
fat was bad for you. I've been taught my entire life through school and everything that fat
yeah.
is what makes you fat in the first place.
They paid a Harvard professor to say that. They faked a study. People believe it since today, until today.
So what's the point of the period? Okay, I don't know where you're from, but here in America we go by the periodic table. I don't know if you know there's a certain amount of fat, certain amount of grain, certain amount of this, certain amount of that, and it's supposed to make a healthy diet. What you're saying is that basically that's complete and totally wrong, and that fats are goods, proteins are made to be at a minimum, and so what do
See,
you eat? That's like saying drink grease and it'll be fine. I'm confused.
I don't eat lean meat. I just eat fatty meat.
Wouldn't that give you a heart attack though? Like everything I've been taught has led me to believe that that would make you have a heart attack. You know?
You
How old are
uh,
you? No offense.
32, like you.
Really? And this diet doesn't terrify you because I would think if I ate enough fat all the time that I'd be scared I'd have a heart attack.
I feel so much better now. That's a very good sign.
Huh.
Oh,
Well,
but don't
I
eat
want to
deep
lose
fried
weight.
stuff. That is not good. There are healthy and unhealthy fats.
I was just gonna say, how do you eat fat without eating things that are deep fried? Because deep fried things are basically all fat.
Yeah, but yeah, when you deep fry stuff, the fat the the fat the chains of fatty acids they get broken down and they get into it and crumble up to something that is not very good for your body and sticks everywhere. So
Huh.
frying oil is very unhealthy for you.
I've been thinking about giving keto a try and just the keto diet period a try. I might start it next month and just give it a try. I'm gonna have to look into it. I'm gonna look into it.
Yeah.
Um, so your biohacking is more for dietary type deals, basically what's good for the body. So are you like trying to make a book about it or like what is the end goal for you?
Uh, hey, I want to the opposite than you. I want to live forever.
Oh, you want to be immortal. You must
Yes.
have a very good life if you want to be immortal. Your life must be amazing if you want to be immortal. And you must also think you're going to be able to maintain that for eternity. See,
Since a few years, longevity is the actual field of science, and yeah, the main authority in this field is Dr. David Sinclair, and he says when they're able to there are therapies that can give you that can enhance your lifespan a little bit, and they are making more and more progress, and there will be a day when they will be able to enhance your life for more than a year every year.
My question to you is, once that does come to fruition, because I truly believe the way we're going, it's going to happen eventually. Is that what you really want for yourself? I mean, or is it a
I'm,
fear of death, or it's are you not a spiritual person, or you just don't believe in
I,
any of that? Because then all that's fine. You know, my thing is, what makes you so seek, especially at 32 years old,
uh,
immortality of all things?
I love technology and all this stuff, and I want to see where it's going and how humanity will evolve. I, I want to see that all.
Oh, not me. Like, not me. Not me. I mean, I also don't get me wrong. I also believe in reincarnation, and I'm mostly Christian, but I also have some Buddhist beliefs. Like I truly believe that you know reincarnation is real. I believe that all of these things tie into each other. I also believe that energy is infinite. I believe that I believe that I'm already immortal. You want to be physically mortal, and I believe that I'm already immortal. If that makes any sense to you.
Uh, there is a beautiful reincarnation theory that uh, that every person, everyone is a reincarnation of you. After you're dead, you're another person on this planet, and always when you do some harm to anyone, then it's always harm to yourself. And when
I
you
know
help
that theory.
someone, you always help yourself.
I
That's a
I know that
beautiful
theory.
theory.
Basically, we are, well, I'm not going to say that we are God,
And
but basically we are God's consciousness broken into fragments, and we're all just, you know, dealing with each other in our individualism, but we are one as a whole. I mean, it's an amazing theory. It really is.
yeah, I like
That's
it,
what I'm
but
saying. I believe I'm already infinite. I don't. It's the physical of it, the physical, the head, the body, Do I want that forever? And I don't think so. I want to see, like, what if there's consciousness on other planets, and I get to come back as some green alien with like several eyes. I'd like to try that out for a while and see how that is. You know, or maybe next thing I'm into, I'll have wings and I'll get to experience flight. I just don't want to limit my consciousness and my soul to just this fleshy human body and
I,
all its fleshy human body
I
stuff.
think I think you can already do that in your lifetime with virtual reality.
It's I mean, I get what you're saying. Maybe
And
they'll get so far in the future that you'll be able to do that.
and it will be
At the
connected to
base
your brain and feel absolutely real.
but at the base of everything, you'll still be human, the essence of humanity, the essence of ego. You'll still have all of those things. I want all of that stripped away until I'm nothing more than the core of what I've always been. You know, that makes any sense?
Elon Musk said to compete with AI, we have to enhance our brains. Maybe you will get far away from what it means to be human right now.
Hmm. Well, I hope for you that if that's what you want, that's what you get. I don't want.
and and
I hope
I
that's
hope
what
for
you
you
get.
that you get reincarnated as a green alien.
Yes, that's what I want. I want green alien status. Maybe not even humanoid. I want to be just so far away from what is like human. It just makes no sense. I mean, whole different autonomy type deal.
Yeah,
Whole different level of consciousness type deal. That's
maybe a
my
gas entity, maybe a living sun or something.
exactly. Exactly. That would be cool. That would be
Yeah.
cool. And then maybe after, a few cycles of being aliens and sunballs and all that stuff, maybe I'll be like, all right, I want to be human again. And then come and just give this a try. Be a penguin or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Try being an earthling again after a while. But I think technology is going to take us places that we never even fathomed. I do. And maybe, when I reincarnate, that'll already be a thing. And I won't have to be like, nah, I'm good on that. But I don't know.
Hey, this guy was
Has this
also
guy
talking
been
about
here? Has this guy been here
he,
the whole time?
he's moderating.
Oh.
Otherwise, it would be very creepy.
Right? Oh.
Yeah, the event is over.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the event is over and I'm just here messing with you. It is. It's definitely over. Okay, well I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I hope
I've
you come
had
back next week. It was a
I've
very
had
nice
my
discussion.
Oh, thank you. I just come sometimes to nerdy things that I like because I am a nerd at
Yeah.
heart and I love all kinds of tech and science and futuristic stuff and forward thinkers.
Oh,
I love that
nice.
stuff. And I just come and check it out and then I do the entertainment stuff here. I just like this place. It's like a mixture of all the things that I like. So I will definitely come back next week. Do you get like a lot of people
Nice.
here usually?
Totally changes. Sometimes there are only a few, and sometimes a whole room is full.
Ooh, all right. Well, I'm gonna go. You have a good night.
You
See what
too. Thanks
everyone's
for
up to.
coming.
I don't know what this is. What is this?